morning, Imani Geniuses. We are so excited that you are joining us on this journey. We wanted to do a week one, day one live video just to show you how imperfect homeschooling is and how that's exactly how it should be, and it's totally fine. The one thing that we are going to definitely stress this week is not to stress and to give yourself grace, give your babies grace. Let them ease into the day, let them ease into the morning, and have some autonomy in this. You may not see it this way right now, but you actually are very privileged to be able to teach your children for these 2 weeks. That is a privilege. If you are able to work from home, or just you have the capacity to be at home with your children, even though it's suggested and sanctioned at this time, but the fact that you're able to do it says that you are privileged, and it is a gift, because not only will you be teaching them, but they also teach you a lot. If you purchase the Raising Imhotep 2-week curriculum, thank you so much. With your purchase, every purchase made was a gift to someone else that could not afford it. So for everyone that purchased the 2-week curriculum, I gifted it to someone else. I only ask that you please do not just share it and gift it. This is a lot of work and effort and energy on my part, and I love doing it, but I actually love the support and need the support to continue growing as well. So please don't share it yourself, but know that every time you purchase the curriculum, you're also gifting it to someone else in need. So thank you so much for that. So it's day one, and some of you are starting like, what do I do? They're pulling their hair out. They're pulling their hair out, Mary. They don't know what to do. Why are we looking like that? What is that? You need a kiss? Oh, he's uncomfortable with the phone vertically because we're all squished in. It's okay. You want to sit? You want to stand? You can stand. Is that better? We're all just kind of squished. So all of our kids have their own interests, desires, needs. So even though we have the curriculum and we're going to follow the curriculum, please, like I said, give yourself grace. You may not accomplish everything on there. That's fine. And they also have questions and desires that they want to execute as well. That's perfectly fine too. Miri, didn't you have a question for this week? What did you want to explore this week? What question do you have? You gotta say it loud so they can hear it.
Trees turn carbon dioxide into oxygen.
Okay, say it loud again so they can hear it. They might have the same question.
How do trees turn carbon dioxide into oxygen?
So he wants to know how trees turn carbon dioxide into oxygen. I don't know why he's thinking about this. It does not matter why he's thinking about this. It's something he's curious about, so we're going to explore it. So the curriculum that I wrote for you is a guideline. It's a baseline for things that we all need to learn about right now, every Imani Genius. But there is room to allow your babies to have some autonomy and guidance in this as well, because again, this is their education, so they should be in charge of it. And for these next 2 weeks, they get to, for the first time for many of you. That is exciting. They get to have some say-so in what they learn and how they learn. So with step one, what we usually do in the morning, and this is a quote-unquote late day for us, but here's the thing about homeschooling, is no such thing as being late. You're already at school. So you can start anytime you want to. Grace. So we have not started our formal routine yet, but we have done our morning routine. I posted the morning routine song that we sing every morning. Go ahead, girl. You want to sing? Sing it. Go ahead.
Wake up, thank God, stretch.
Let's sing it, Mary. Make up the bed, use the toilet, wash your hands, brush your teeth and wash your face, get dressed, eat, and start your day. Start your day. Girl, we jam with that. We jam with that. Mm-hmm. And so it's a simple song that just helps Imani Geniuses get up and recognize what they're doing. And if you actually listen to the lyrics, it tells you step by step what to do. And it's something that I still do. I wake up and I thank God first, stretch. I do all the things that are listed in that song.
Let's stretch.
I would like that. And I would love to hear your baby's renditions of the song. So please post videos and record videos of you all singing the song, because I'm sure, listen, if you heard us, trust me, you can do this too. So whenever you start the day, whatever time they wake up, you're on time, because this is their time to ease into the morning whenever their bodies say so. There is so much happening in the world. all of us feel it. I can feel it in my shoulders. Like, do you feel anything in your body? You feel different in your body in any way?
Yeah, I do not miss my traditional school.
Okay. That was random. Okay.
Wait, and speaking of Imani geniuses, make sure you buy these shirts my mom made
True
for
plug.
us.
Okay, thank you, plug. These are on the BTS Etsy website. Okay, so ease into the morning when you feel ready, when their bodies feel ready. They do not have to be anywhere at a certain time. They may not all wait. If you have multiple Imani geniuses, they may not wake up at the same time. This one wakes up with the sun. This one will wake up at noon. You know, sometimes. Let them ease into the morning on that time. I know that sounds unorthodox. I know that sounds weird because we're so used to the world telling us when and where we must enter. That does not have to happen right now. Let them ease into the morning because they're listening to their bodies. Yes, baby, what do you have?
I wake up in the night sometimes too.
Yes, you wake up so early it still looks like night. Yes, you do. Yeah, during my 1 hour sometimes. Yes, you do. Okay, so if you bought the Raising Us Up curriculum, you'll notice that one of the first things in there is a sheet like this. So this is Women's History Month. Every day we study a new ancestor or hero. We do it every day. You could do one a week depending upon the pace that you want to follow. But I have them designed so that when you print them, they're front and back, and they have simple facts on the back that you can use. And what I usually do is I start it with a whole sheet, and then I cut them to individually introduce each person and talk about each person. So during this week, I'll show you how I introduce them, but I just want to show you day one what you need to do to prepare. So print off we call these Sankofa cards.
Should I bring them?
Sankofa cards. You want to get the pack, show them how to do
Yes.
it? So we call these the Sankofa cards, and we go over different ancestors and different heroes every day, and I usually ask them which ancestor or hero they want to walk with them for the day, which spirit they want to accompany them for the day. What's happening? What are you doing? Okay, thanks. Okay, so print off your Sankofa cards. The other thing that's in there.
These are our Sankofa cards.
Yes, so I've had them printed, and yes, I am working towards getting these printed so that you all can just purchase them and not have to print them at home yourselves. This is also, we have vocabulary words every week. There is definitely the thing that you have, the gift that you have in purchasing the curriculum is I've already done all the thinking for you. I've already outlined what they need to know. I have been researching this for over a decade, almost 2 decades now. So I know what every child's quote unquote supposed to know by certain ages. I throw all of that out the window for a certain point. I take your child and I push them forward. Your children will tell you what they are ready to learn. They are geniuses and they will show you. So according to state standards, Amina's at a 9th grade level. That means absolutely nothing. According to state standards, he's at end of 2nd grade level and he's 5. That means absolutely nothing. All it means is that we push them to do their individual best, and that's what we're going to be working on. So do not concern yourself with your child not getting it. That means they weren't ready to learn that. Move through it and on to something else. So we have these word cards in there depending upon the package that you purchase. You can print off the word cards. These are the vocabulary words for the week. You'll notice for the emerging readers that I have the vowel sounds outlined so that they can understand short versus long. I've already thought about all the things. So I'm going to guide you through the process of introducing them and using them and all of those things. So that's one thing. The other thing in the packet that you purchase, okay, full disclosure, I hate worksheets. How do you feel about worksheets? How do you feel about worksheets?
I hate them and I will never like them.
Okay, we hate worksheets. We hate worksheets. However, we do use them as a guide. So they may or may not write on the worksheet, but we do use them as visual guides, and we do use them so that you don't have to think about the problems. The problems are already there, and you can just ask them orally. The purpose is to always make sure they understand and that they're learning. That's all, and that you have evidence of that. So if the evidence is oral, that's fine too. Sometimes we use worksheets just so they can show and prove what they know, and they recognize that that's part of life. But you do not have to sit them at a desk with a workbook all day. Please don't do that to your babies unless that's how they learn. If they show you that they are disconnected from that, it's time to let go of that. Check out, okay?
And also we have this for second or third graders.
For whoever's ready.
Getting ready for multiplication here.
For whoever's ready,
Yeah.
right? Whoever's ready, because mirror is already doing multiplication. Okay, so those are the starts of some of the packet. Now, some of you have asked, how do you set up your room? Now, we've been at this for a while, so I do not expect your house to look like mine. I don't expect you to make the sacrifice that I've had to make with my decor, okay?
And here comes the drama.
And my feng shui, I don't expect you to have to do the same thing, but I do want to show you how we set it up. For me, it works best to have a specific space in the room or in my home dedicated to learning. That may not be how you operate. You may want to work anywhere in the house. The dining room table can be the classroom. Their bedrooms can be the classroom. Anywhere you're exchanging knowledge is the classroom. But for me, it works best to have a space.
And the playroom.
We call it the playroom because we do play in there. Okay, so
Yeah,
do you want to
it's
show
a
them? Do you want to show them the playroom? Okay, so let's show them the playroom.
I'm going to show you the playroom. Show you the playroom!
Hear them. Okay, so when you go into the playroom, just give them a tour. So this is the area. See,
this is the PlayStation here.
it does not stay clean. Do completely divorce yourself from the idea that your house is going to stay clean. Okay, so we have the toys, the choice time.
This is a Mary shelf and stuff, so we have it all organized.
And nobody touched that!
Here's the kitchen here.
I built Lego set. You know
And
that, right?
this is usually the workstation, this new table over here that we got for Christmas. It's
No.
a new workstation.
I built Lego sets. You know that, right? If you don't know that, then you gotta know that, right?
Wait, what did you say? You do what?
I build Lego sets.
And that's
You know
part of
that.
learning. That's part of your engineering.
And
Okay.
here is what we call the reading corner.
And here
That's where
is
you record your
Shakira.
reading with Mimi.
Yes,
Such
and
as-
this is Chiquita.
And this is
Chiquita.
my pet cheetah, Shakita.
Okay.
Cheetah.
So this is our classroom. What we usually do each morning is I start with drumming every morning. And if you don't have a drum, that's fine. Everybody doesn't have a drum. I've got several, but everybody doesn't have a drum. There's also, in the Black History curriculum, we show you how to make your own drum, so you can use that as well. But if you don't have a drum, you can play African drumming. In the playlist that I shared with you, there's a whole section of African drumming, so that can start. And the reason we start with drumming is because drums are the heartbeat of our people. So usually at formal events or when you're about to commence something, it always starts with drumming. And I'm going to do a live session of our rituals this week.
Like I can drum here. Dun, 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 dun.
And it can be a drum. Okay, so we start with drumming and then we go through our morning rituals, which includes the morning prayer and libations. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a live version of our morning rituals this week. So you'll see that. And then we ease into the morning with yoga.
Yes, so let's show them what yoga we're
So
doing.
you'll so son, what's happening? Okay. So we eat imperfect. So we eat in the morning with yoga, and what we usually use, there are so many resources out there, and I have sourced many of them. So there is a young kids yoga that we use, and I've already shared it. Those who purchased it, I've already shared it. So this morning they chose to do the funny, scary skeleton yoga course. Don't ask me why, but they get to choose. That's what they want to do. They get to choose. Everything does not have to be the way you want it. Let them guide some of the way they learn. Here's why. If children are not enjoying education, if they're not actively a part of it, they will check out, and it will not have an impact on them. They will not enjoy it, so they won't learn. It just won't happen. And that's typically what happens in traditional classroom settings anyway. So why would you want to replicate that in your home? Let them have some of that freedom in the home. This week they can decide, they can have a say. So let them speak about what they want to learn, how they want to learn, and let us do this together. Let us help you do this together, because whatever you're thinking about homeschooling, you want to make sure you're seeing.
No.
You got it.
Everybody's singing.
Okay, good. Okay, so whatever you've thought about homeschooling before, completely erase those thoughts and let's form and create them together. It's like anything else, like marriage, like parenting, like anything else you've ever done before. You define it for yourself. There is more than one right way. So this is part of our way, and we're asking you to join us. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us in this community. Thank you for purchasing the Raising Imhotep 2-week curriculum. And know that I'm here throughout the entire process. So if you have any questions, please let me know.
This is very important, people.
This video is not over. Our sister is doing drama. Can't you see how drama that is?
Okay, so this is what we're trying to... Oh yeah, thanks Auntie Kristen, thanks. Anyway,
We're not listening to you.
Okay, go ahead.
Please subscribe to Mimi and Mirmir, the Glad Scientist Show.
Girl, you better pub, okay? You better.
And keep asking
Because
questions.
if you don't, there will be consequences, people.
Well, you cannot threaten people. You can't do that. That's not okay. That's not how this works. We gotta work on marketing. Okay, thank you all for joining us. We're gonna post other videos that are more professional and civil, but we wanted you to see the imperfection of homeschooling because that is certainly a part of it. Even for veterans, quote unquote, like myself, imperfection is certainly a critical part of it, actually. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching with us. And what did you say? Keep asking questions.
Yeah, keep asking
Let's
questions.
rise together.
Bye.